Hey guys, it's me, Magic the Joker from Kingdom 1576, and this is going to be a video on how to grow quickly as a free-to-play player. Now, I'm going to give you fair warning when I say this is kind of a misnomer as a title. I think that this question is asked very often from free-to-play players. You know, they always think, how can I grow quickly? How can I match the people who are spending? And honestly, let me give it to you straight. You are not going to be able to match them. It is what it is. Later in the game, as you know, they spend less or they're less efficient, you might start catching up, but especially early game, you're just not going to be there with them. So, you know, it's not how to grow quickly. This is going to be just how to grow. You can't be using speed ups on non-essential things, so you're basically going to be putting your speed ups exactly where they need to be. So even if this is to grow, I mean, you're going to get power doing what you need to do. So it's really not a huge issue. But what I'm going to say is like, you know, you're going to see things like the gold mine, where you get extra power from the gold mine. And people say, oh, you know, the gold mine is going to get you extra power if you really need to grow power. Don't do that. Okay, I'm telling you right now that if you are upgrading multiple gold mines, you are hamstringing the fuck out of yourself, and you shouldn't do it. You need to realize that you need to consolidate your speed ups to your goal of getting to at least CH22, especially early game. So what you're going to do is every single time you're trying to spend speed ups, you need to think of these things. So first, you want to be upgrading City Hall generally, right? That's a great way to push powers, upgrading your City Hall. Generally, you want to stop using universal speed ups on your City Hall around CH22, because that's about where you need to be like a fully, holy shit, it's an So around CH22 is where you get your 5 marches, and you really don't have to keep going very quickly. So another thing is, you know, I've mentioned in other videos to invest in the economy tree, okay? So we're going to go over to the economy tree over here, and we're going to look at a few different researches that are very crucial. So first is writing. This should be slam dunk, immediate, as fast as you can get. Same with masonry, but I mean, I think masonry comes from your from barbarian huts early. Okay, these are the big boy ones. Engineering and mathematics. Okay, so you unlock mathematics, and this should be where all of your research goes immediately, and then after that it goes into engineering. You want these two because they're going to give you research and building speed, so you use less speed ups trying to get power, or even if you're letting them just tick down, you're still using less speed ups. So these are where you should be looking to gain power, and in researching these before you do anything else, you will actually be gaining more power because you'll have more speed ups to use across a wider swath. Okay, you're going to have a total power gain because it's more efficient to research these two first, if that makes sense. I would stay away from combat text early. I know this is parroting a lot of the stuff I've already said, but keep in mind, like, if you're trying to grow quickly, you want to get research speed, you want to get building speed, and then you want to be focusing on your City Hall. Now, another thing I'll say is every time you go up in City Hall, the first thing you should do, so let's say I hit City Hall 25, the very first thing I should do, as soon as I do that, put in a building queue for the Alliance Center. The Alliance Center is absolutely crucial to get up because you get more helps, which means it's less speed ups on other things. So first thing you do is get your Alliance Center up. The next thing you do is you upgrade your Academy. You can do it during an event, though. So the thing about the Academy is tricky because you want to upgrade it so you can have more research speed in order to obviously be using less speed ups when you upgrade something. But when you're building with your, so let's pretend I have 2 building queues going up, right? And neither one is the Academy. If I'm doing that, then the Academy is researching. But once I start upgrading the Academy, you stop researching. You'll be done with building buildings long before you are finished doing research. Okay? So make sure you build your Academy in a time where you can speed it up, because you really never want your Academy to be being built past getting 30 helps. Then you're done. Then you speed it up and you're good to go. Okay? So you always want your Academy researching, and that's another way to get power quickly. So don't be building it for extended periods of time because you're going to fuck yourself up. That's where you should invest. Remember, like, when you're pushing power, you should be aiming to complete events and not compete for events. Okay? So You're trying to stay within the boundaries of the event and not go any higher. And when I say that specifically, like, I want you to be aware, like, if you're looking to join the top alliance in the kingdom and you need a certain amount of power, it is okay to push that power because the reward is great. If you're trying to get into the top alliance, it is okay to splurge some of your speed ups in, of course, essential things to try and get to the top alliance. However, if you're just chilling, you're in the top alliance, and there's no threat of getting kicked, you should not just be using speed ups willy-nilly. It is okay to not be climbing power immediately because this game is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You want to consolidate your speed ups and then use them way later on events where you want to compete. So generally, you want to complete and not compete, but very rarely, if you're hoarding many speed ups as a free-to-play player, you can compete, but you have to hoard them for a long time. You cannot just use them randomly. So just remember to temper how many speed ups you're using. Remember to build essential things, research speed, building speed, and this beautiful alliance center. Always pick that up. Those would be my tips for how to grow quickly as a free-to-play player. I know it's not necessarily quickly, but it is how to use your speed ups efficiently. Where should you aim to grow as a free-to-play player and continuously move up? One last thing I'm going to say is if you want to be focusing on growth, if you can get runes for troop training every time you put in a troop training queue, those really add up after a while. So, I mean, nice little tidbit there. It'll naturally get you higher power, and then you don't have to use speed ups either. Have a great one, guys. I hope this helped. If you guys ever have any questions or ever want to contact me, there is a Discord link below, and there is also a Twitch link below. And if you guys are watching this, it means I'm live right now. So come over to Twitch, check that out. We probably will be chaining barbs for supply event or something like that, but it's always a good time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.